Keep in mind that this is for 2021. So next year they will have different dates, maybe, and different rules. Please make sure you get the update rules that you need. Make sure you get a hold of them and make sure you get everything you need to make sure you don't make any major mistakes in putting up your tablescape. There is an adult group and a youth group. And please read all the information about both, just in case you need it. This pamphlet is so full of great information. Really make sure you get it and make sure, like I keep saying, read it, all the rules and information. Make sure you really read this Tablescape Completion Guide about flatware, tableware, or anything else they have on the table, what they want to see and what they don't want to see. Make sure you read this because you could be disqualified or marked down a lot. These are very important rules to read. Keep in mind, this is for 2021. You need to get a new one each year in case rules have changed or something is different. Make sure that you pay attention to all the rules. Read these rules thoroughly multiple times. Go through after you decide what you want to put up. Put your practice tablescape together on the table, go through the list, and see if you have placed something in the wrong place before you take your final photo of what you're going to do for your display. Make sure you've made sure that all of your silverware, glassware, butter dish, anything, and napkin can count you off. You don't want to make any mistakes if you can help it. I realize that we're working against people that are real professionals at this, and we can get better and improve our own tablescapes by really studying these diagrams. So just make sure you read all of the wonderful rules and make sure that you understand them thoroughly, because you don't want to get marked down because of a butter knife, do you? And don't forget the youth division. If you have someone in your home that's from 9 to 17 that would love to join in, please enter them. I will be great practice for them and they will have a lot of fun. But make sure they understand all the rules. Make sure they do practice tablescapes at home first before they go. Make sure everything gets put in the tote, for nothing gets left behind. Make sure everybody reads the rules thoroughly to make sure that nothing gets forgotten. They would be crushed if they did. Well, hope you enjoyed all this information. Please don't forget to sign in on March 1st, 2022. Can't wait to see what you put together, my awesome friends. Here are just a few of my favorites. This is my very favorite. I hope you agree. But it was even prettier in person than what this photo shows. And all of the tablescapes were beautifully put together by wonderful artisans that understood how to set up a display. Beautifully done. Lots of work and effort went into these tablescapes, as you can see. Everything was beautifully put together. And I don't know if you noticed, but every one of these tablescapes did have a menu, and your menu did have to reflect the tablescape. That one will be the hard one because I've never done that. And there's lots of other rules and different things that we need to know and understand before we enter a competition like this. I took some pictures, and my daughter took some pictures of some of the judges' opinions of what they got, why they scored them, in what way. It's important to see why people messed up, to see if you try not to mess up. Try to see what made the scores high, and try to see if you can create something that is going to be very pleasing to the eye, but also something the judges are going to enjoy. Because this is all done in 4 hours of setup time. So make sure that when you go to the county fair or wherever you're going to display these, you have set it up at home multiple times, making sure you know how you want it to look. Take a photograph of it so you have it there ready for when you set it up at the fair. Please, after you set up just the way you want everything to look, put it in your bins, everything. Don't forget the napkins, the centerpiece, the silverware, The tiniest thing can make a big difference on getting a really good score or a very bad score. Make sure that you're very happy with the colors and how you put your tablescape together. Make sure it's in with the theme that the judges and the fair people have put together, what they want you to do. They usually give you 4 or 5 choices what they want to see, and you have to make a decision which one you want to go for and how you want to put it together. And you want it to be something no one has seen before. So don't be doing something that you've already done in a past post and then put it up, because you want it to be unique and different that no one has seen before. Please shop your house thoroughly before going out and spending money and buying, because you may be able to use things you already own and have. Think of your center display and the height of it, because those are important things too. Make sure that you really pay attention to what you're doing on your tablescapes. It's important, as you can see how the judges judged these tablescapes for all these different categories. It's important to read the instructions and the rules thoroughly before you ever even decide what you're going to do. And then as you're putting it together, please go back over the rules again and make sure you haven't made any mistakes about width, height. Make sure you know the table you're going to be displaying at the fair, everything is going to fit properly. That is probably one of going to be the hardest things to do, because they do have strict rules on height and width, and that will kill anyone if you are not paying attention. And make sure that the theme and the food match in the same video, in the same post, in the same tablescape. Go over it and go over it. Really practice. You'll be surprised what a little practice can do. And make sure you know there's a 4-hour window to get this put together. Please don't let you slip by you. And make sure that you understand every rule before setting up any display. Like I said, that will be what will kill you for sure. I couldn't believe the little details that people forgot or didn't understand what marked them down. So don't let that happen to you. Make sure to take everything from the table after your practice runs at home and put it in the bin and make sure everything is there. You might even want to make out a checklist and check it out as you're putting it in. Make sure that you keep your tablecloths at the top, for they don't get wrinkled and crumpled. You want them to look smooth, like they just got pressed if you can. These are very important little tips. I saw some tablescapes that were just gorgeous, but the tablecloth was all wrinkled. You don't want that to be yours. You want your tablecloth to look beautiful and smooth, like you just pressed it. These are little simple things that make a big difference. And maybe even practice folding your napkins ahead of time. Get them totally ready so when you pack them away, you just have to take them out of the box and put them on the table, and those napkins are perfect. Now, this was one thing I didn't realize. You cannot put the napkins in the glassware. You will get marked down for that. So that's why you need to read the instructions. And as you can see, these tablescapes were beautifully put together. And read the instructions. Make sure that you don't get marked down for a small little problem that you could have overcome easily if you just read the rules. See what everyone did and why. Read what marked down on those cards I just showed you. But are these not the most beautiful tablescapes you've ever seen? Such a variety of beautiful things to see, and I couldn't believe how gorgeous they all were. Hope you enjoyed all these videos I put together at the Orange County Fair. These were so beautiful and so well put together. I just love them so much. And such a variety. That is another thing. You didn't see any of these that looked alike. They all were beautiful and different from each other. Nothing was even similar. And that is important when you're trying to make something stand out. Think of something that will make it look different. Something that maybe a judge has never seen before. They also like to see DIY projects in these because they want to see your creativity and what you can think of that you didn't already go and buy beautiful. They want to see you putting it together. Well, thank you so much, my dear friends, for stopping by. Hugs and kisses from Grandma Sandy. I hope this gave you lots of inspiration and lots of encouragement. Even if you don't ever want to join something like this, it at least gives you some idea how you could set up a display table at something, maybe a wedding, an invitation, baby shower, or something unusual. We love you all. Thank you so much. Oh, I forgot to mention, there was a child's vision also. So children also got to join in. And these are some of the tablescapes from the children. Hope you enjoyed everything we shared. Take care, my dear friends. Love you all. You all mean the world to me. Please come back and check us out again. There's always something new and different at my channel. Always enjoy. This one here was one of my favorites.